Why do I agree to these things? Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It's episode 4 of Praise Wheel. If you're not familiar with this build-off, it's where Josh from Harley Designs and myself are taking the Vanquish H10 optic and we're doing all kinds of upgrades to it each week. And those upgrades are influenced by the almighty wheel. Praise be to wheel. It's been not terrible to me. It's not been great though either. I've had to do some things that I'm not a big fan of, like adding this giant stereo on the back here. This is from Scale Audio Solutions. That all took place in the previous episode, which was actually almost 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago exactly, because I was supposed to be in Paris this week. Long story. For another time, perhaps. The wheel tells us what to do, and we do what the wheel says to do. You gotta do it. Cut to the tape so you can see how I fared for week 4.
So now you have to go.
I have to go first now.
Oh boy.
If one of us gets trade trucks, we don't spin again, right?
Yeah, what's the point?
What's the point? So
Where is it? Where is it on there?
it's coming up right there.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I'm gonna wait till it comes around again on trade trucks. Because I tried that last time with the one I wanted and it didn't hit, so it has to work this time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I hate this wheel. There we go. Not even close.
It's so fitting though that you got the only other wife thing. Oh, God.
Okay.
What do I want? Anything other than swap trucks. I will do mitts. I will happily do mitts.
Oh my God. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
I wish it was still kind of spinning because right now it's on uninstall whatever. All right.
Go. No. Oh, give me mitts. Give me mitts.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Called it. Yeah.
I was so mad if it was going to get uninstall whatever you did last week, which it was right there. Because I was like, there's nothing he would rather do than not finish that sound system. So I could just see the smile on his face as he just, well, gone.
I think I'm going to go for the old refund on that.
Yes, I've got to use an oven mitt to make my installations for this week, and I thought, why not make it extra difficult on myself by choosing things that are very, very small? Like, I don't know how I'm possibly going to install these tiny little bits from H-Tech for the H10 optic, but we're going to do our best, I guess. We've got... This is going to be painful. But yeah, I do have to wear an oven mitt for most of it, which is going to be extremely challenging, especially for such small parts. But you know what? I like challenges. Otherwise, why would I be doing any of this? Of course, you know, maybe what we can do is we can switch hands every once in a while. This is a silicone-based oven mitt as well, so it does have a little more grip than the standard oven mitt. It's like the Cadillac of oven mitts. It's called the Orca. I think it's supposed to be because it looks like a whale. All right, well, what better time than now than to start installing some parts. You may or may not have noticed this part of the workshop has not changed, but the part that you can't see, well actually you can, it's right here, this part has changed significantly. I've got a new standing desk. I've got a new mat. I've got a new background. It's all new. There's even a new shelf up here. And if you want to see how all of this came together and how small this space actually is, there's a link over here. You can check that out at your leisure. All right, let's start installing some stuff. All right, first things first, let's install these little guys. This is just some faux aluminum braces for the H10 hydraulic steering assist or steering ram here. So we're just going to replace these little plastic guys with these aluminum ones. But let's get the mitt on, and this is going to be very interesting, I think. Okay, that's good. I was able to get that open, so that's something at least. I don't know why this is on there, but it is. And I think I'll be using hand tools for this project because I don't want those power tools to get away from me. There's the screws that we'll be using to replace the black screws with. Now, luckily, all my tools are nice and accessible right here. I've mounted them all to the actual bench just out of frame there. So let's go. Oh, chose the wrong one. Great, good start. Oh my God. This is going to make this a very long and boring episode, let me tell you. So stupid. Can't believe I'm doing this. This is frustrating. I can't wait to get to the bump stops. Those are going to be painful. Painful at best. If you had other things you needed to do today, now would be the time to go do them. Just leave the video playing. I'll probably still just be getting this first one off. Oh my God. All right, hand's already cramping up pretty good. It's a good sign. I think, you know what, let's help the process a little bit here just by keeping it steady. But I am using the mitt hand to do all the work. I'm just guiding it with the other hand. Not like faking or cheating in any way. There's probably a good reason why people don't do this in real life all the time. Okay, we almost got the screws out. Let's see if that's enough. These are quite long. Let's see here. Oh my God. Nope. More screwing required. Oh. Okay, that screws out. That screw's not out yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, excellent. Only two more to go. Maybe, see, like I think the problem is I would use the DeWalt, but I can't quite get my thumb around it properly. Oh, okay. Original plastic parts are off. Let's for the sake of your entertainment, let's try to pick up one of these screws here. Nope. Yep. Okay. And then let's try to feed it into the hole. Get in there. Is it threaded? No. Okay, good. That's one in. Oh, this is so ridiculous. Darn you, wheel. Okay, now how are we going to do this? Okay, let's pick up the driver here. Put that in there. And then start turning. Don't get away from me. Oh. Oh no. Why aren't they screwing in? Okay, there we go. There we go. Just gonna get the other one started so it doesn't fall out on me. What a great... If you've never watched one of these episodes before, you've really come at a bad time. Okay, we're making progress. That one's almost torqued. Yes, excellent, okay. What would have taken a minute has taken 6. I'm probably going to not subject you to all of the installs this way, but I did want to demonstrate that I am actually doing the work, as the wheel now must useth thine oven mitt. This is so dumb. And it's like, it's hard to get a good grip on stuff. That's not gonna do it. Okay, okay. Yes. There's no speed, but the quality of work is exceptional. Kind of wish that Josh had gotten this one and I had gotten whatever he got this week, which was I think get your wife to tell you what to do. Why isn't that one going in? Come on. There we go. Is that going in? Yes. There we go. Okay. Oh. All right. There is the first thing installed. And that looks mighty nice. Get that old stuff out of the way here and show you what we've done. Just those two little things right there. In 8 minutes? Oh my God. Okay. Let's let's try to speed up the next one. What should we do next? Bump stops? Oh boy. These little tiny little parts are going to be a lot of fun. For this portion of the build, I will be using my iFixit kit. If you don't have one of these, they are super handy. It comes with a really nice little tiny driver, which is still very difficult to pick up with oven mitt on. But as you can see, it's a very useful little magnetic tool because there are some very tiny screws here. Just for reference, they are that big. And these are required for these bump stops, so any amount of magnetism that I can use, the better this is going to go for me because these parts are very small. So the first thing you have to do is put this tiny spring in, and I'm going to use the oven mitt, this tiny spring here into this portion, and then you got to like push it all the way down, I guess. And then you got to squeeze in this other part here. I've got to own this with my teeth. You got to put the actual bump stop portion in there. It doesn't screw in. How does it stay together? Oh, I see. So there's a little tiny cutout in the cylinder there. And that's where this screw goes in to keep it from falling out. Interesting. Okay, so you have to compress the spring, put that in the right way, and then get your screw in on the back side. Super easy. Oh my God. I say that, but it is obviously not super easy. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Screw that in. It keeps wanting to rotate back. And we're there. Excellent. Okay, so that worked. Perfect. Great. And we have to put another one of those screws into the top part of this assembly. Let's do that. Hey, all right. I'm still using the mitt-ish. I don't know why you need that one there. It doesn't really change anything. But there we go, a functioning bump stop. So now we can get out our 2mm driver here and remove the old bump stop, or the original bump stop. I'm not going to take the wheels and tires off because we don't need that. I hope you appreciate the amount of stress that this is creating for me. Can we get around that shock? Yes, we can. Okay, good. And that's removed. Oh, and you can actually see where the dye didn't come through on the other side. Neat. Because I dyed this cage. And I'm dead myself from having to do this. Let's get these screws out of this piece. We're going to reuse those. Load up our driver. Get our new bump stop. And install. Also interesting of note, and you wouldn't have known this unless you took off your bump stops, but there's a little VP logo molded into the cage. Can we see that? Can you get a close-up of that, please? Isn't that cool? Neat. All right, so far so good. Get that other screw. This is not proving to be so bad. I mean, all of these things would have been installed so much quicker if I could use my hand. But you know what? Challenges are always about doing something different, so there you go. And there we go. Now we have a functional bump stop on one side. And yeah, it works. That's so cool. Love that. Awesome. Okay, let's do the other side. Off camera. So we're not here for an hour. One more thing from H-Tech for this episode, replacement aluminum parts for the front steering assembly, as you can see there. But let's get to the install on that, and we'll come right back. One minor correction, these parts are actually part of like the same part. So there's like a bottom piece and a top piece, and they sandwich together once you take the ball ends out of the original pieces. And that's actually a pretty decent little design. It would be awesome if they were actually machined out of one piece. I'm not sure why. Oh, because they're aluminum, they need to have the pillow ball end go in between the two sandwiched parts. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's do the other side in less than 5 minutes. All right, that one went much faster the second time because I knew what to do, and I started to learn some tricks with this too. You can really start to, like, you know, because it's silicone, you can kind of maneuver around a little bit with your thumb and your forefinger and get really tight on some of the bolts to be able to drop them into the places they need to go in. Not optimal. I would really suggest to do this without an oven mitt. It would be a lot easier. But this was a lot of fun, and I hope you got some enjoyment out of me being a complete goofball. This project has been so much fun, and it's so cool to see how we're both taking this car in totally different directions. The H10 Optic is very versatile, and it has so many hop-up parts already, which is really amazing because it hasn't been out for very long. When did it come out? Like spring or late summer? You know what? If you know, put a comment down below. You know I love reading through your feedback, and I try to answer as many of those comments as I can. And as we approach 100,000 followers, I can't even fathom that, to be honest with you. It's pretty amazing that there are so many of you out there who follow this channel, watch the videos, and participate in not just the comments, but also in the members only portion of this YouTube channel, where I share all kinds of tips and tricks, insider report videos where you get to see all kinds of things before everybody else, and a lot of things that are exclusive just to members. If you're interested in that, there will be a link down below. And if you're interested in picking up one of these oven mitts, I'll try to find a link on Amazon, and you can challenge yourself to put a truck together wearing one of these. It's definitely been an interesting day. Of course, my thanks to the wheel, and my thanks to Josh for allowing us to have some fun with this. I'm kind of keen to see what happens next, if I'm honest. This truck is really starting to come together, and now that we're halfway through officially, there's only 4 weeks left, and one of those spaces on that wheel does mean we have to swap trucks. And while I would be sad to see this go, I am keen to see Josh's truck in real life too. So, yeah. I don't really want to give it up. I don't. I like this truck a lot, and I like what I've done to it so far. Notice there's been no real mechanical upgrades or electronic upgrades either. I'm sort of trying to keep those to the last week just in case. Because if it gets shipped off to Josh, I'm not sending him all that stuff. I want to put it in his truck. All right, I think that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again next week. Without this.